absolute pleasure. The last
Thank
time
you.
I saw you,
Yes.
we were at the Hamyard Hotel in London,
Yes.
and you were dressed up as the one and only Incredible in that lovely Mac, the Nan.
Yes, that's right.
You had a big movie
wasn't.
out.
It wasn't even for the premiere of the Nan movie. That's just the way I like to turn up to dinner.
Oh my God, the film was out in the world. We loved it.
Thank you.
That time, I mean, it was almost like she's back. We're so excited. Did you enjoy having that big movie roll out?
It was lovely. It was good fun, wasn't it? And I remember, I mean, I think I regretted turning up to the premiere in all the prosthetics and watching the show in the prosthetics. It was like, oh my God, my face was red raw at the end. But it was lovely. And I remember you being very sweet.
Oh, you're very kind. I just earlier on had the opportunity to talk to the lovely Kush Jumbo, who is down the road with your mate,
Yes,
David
she
Tennant,
is, yes.
and you're over here.
Yes.
Is it nice that you're all in the West End
Oh,
at the
it's
same time?
lovely. David and I meet up between the shows, between the matinees, sometimes, yeah.
And you're here at the Ambassador. This is home for a few months.
It is.
What do you do when you know you're going to be in one place for a while? Do you put things into the dressing room? Do you burn a candle? Do you
You're
bring
not allowed to burn candles
it's health,
because of the smoke alarm. Yeah, so it's incense. No, not incense. What are they, like drops?
Oh, I know, like
Oil.
diffuser
Yes,
oil.
diffuser.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, what do you do? I really love it. Look, I love being in the West End. I love being in central London. It's really great. And you just reconnect with my roots. Go up to my mum between shows as well. It's very nice.
And theatre is like your baby, and maybe
love
not
it.
everyone knows this, but this is kind of how you began. I think a lot of actors I talk to always say to me, theatre is where we started. We
Yeah.
adore it. Being back here and doing something like a drama, something
Yeah.
that's quite intense and gripping,
Yes.
is that like a breath of fresh air for you?
It's very nice. I think a good in a career like this, in entertainment, let's say, I think as long as you can keep up a variety of styles and genres, you're golden. And it's really lovely. It's lovely to do a TV show. It's lovely to then come back and do theatre, because it's just connecting with the audience. Next thing I'd like to do is connecting with the audience live in a comedy.
Oh, I love
Actually,
that.
I've got an idea. It's what I'm going to do next year. Next Christmas, I'm going to do Nanto. Canto with Nan. That's quite a good idea. I think I came up with it about 5 minutes ago, and it's a good one. Nanto. Next year, that's what we'll be doing.
I love that. But it is a bit of a privilege when you think about it, for you to be able to do sketch shows. I loved your show that you did with Netflix. That sketch show was brilliant. Also do acting, be at the theatre, put a movie out into the cinemas, and to consistently be, and no arse licking, this is a truth, a household name. If I say Catherine Tate, everybody knows who I'm talking about. How does that feel?
Well, I don't really know. I don't know. I never really sort of think about it or analyse it. But it's, of course, it's an extreme privilege to be, like you said, 20 years ago. No, Michael said 20 years ago I was doing, my show first came out. That's extraordinary. It's a huge privilege and honour, and my genuine gratitude to the people that watch it and still know who I am. So I feel properly grateful, and you're right, it's an absolute honour to be still doing the thing that I love to do 20 years down the line, 100%, and to be doing it in all different sort of forms and genres.
Yeah, how do you find that? Because I think entertainment now there's no rules, it's everywhere and anywhere, but I don't know if that's necessarily always good, because quality over quantity comes to mind.
Yeah.
How do you find all that? Because you're doing theatre, you did the Netflix thing, you also do TV, but the landscape has changed a lot.
I guess it has. To be honest, I think I would be more aware of how the landscape has changed if I was on social media. I'm not on any form of social media, so I don't know that. Although I think that, I think there's hugely creative things happening, on digital platforms and stuff. But for me, it hasn't really changed. I just either I'll do a play, or I'll write my own show, or I'll do someone else's show. So. It hasn't really changed, and I feel quite lucky that I haven't been subject to perhaps the way it changes. Although I do wonder, if I was on social media, would I be in a better position? I don't know. I don't know that my mental health would be would be in a better position.
No.
So I think it's the gift of self-care. The only gift of self-care I've ever given to myself is to not wade into social media. But Who knows? Who knows if I'll do my own little sketches on TikTok?
Yeah, but I think it's like a choice, and I think actually it's very healthy, because a lot of us now who have been consumed with social media or been told you have to do it because it's important for your brand. I think
That's right.
it's difficult because you forget, what about your personal creativity, your personal
Yeah.
perspective on the world and how you want to share
Yes.
it without it being influenced by hits and
Oh my God.
all that
I
stuff.
think it must be crazy pressure, crazy pressure to have to compete and jostle for, you know, relevance in this massive, massive worldwide digital marketplace. And I suppose I'm a bit of an outlier in that respect. And that's why I feel even more grateful that people still know who I am, because I don't, you know, I don't do that.
I think your passion and your drive and just like joy for life. Anytime I've seen you talk about your work, I see your eyes get all glittery and you're all happy. What is it like? How have you managed to kind of honor that side of yourself where you've always allowed yourself to continue to grow, be passionate, and love what you do?
Huge mortgages. The most
Money.
the biggest driver of my creativity and productivity.
Pay my bills.
Huge mortgages. No, it's not. I suppose it's just. Do you know what has been a huge gift to me? Is having done a load of jobs before I began to make a living as an actor properly that I didn't like doing. But so I know what it's like to be in the grind of something you don't like, you don't want to do, but you have to do it. And that gives you a very good sort of work ethic, because what it does is every day, and of course, look, I will never complain about, well, you know, look, all the hours of filming. Of course, they're long and everything like that. But I know what it's every hour that you do in every job you don't like is much longer than than an hour in a job that you love. You know what I mean? And so I genuinely still feel genuine gratitude that I'm doing something that I still like to do, and I'm in control of what I do, and I have the creative reins, and I can still be sort of like my own puppet master, I suppose.
Yeah, you're control of your own life, and that is true power.
That's true, and it's, do you know what, beyond power?
Love, joy.
Freedom. Freedom.
That's what we all
Freedom
want.
to say no. That's what you want to drive towards, is the freedom to say no to stuff.
And then say yes to the things you really
And then
want to
say
do.
yes. You got to say no. You got to say no before you can say yes.
And
true.
considering you're not a social media person, I mean, you dip in and out when you have to. I think we
Oh,
all do.
Listen, I love watching a little bit of TikTok. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I know. I wonder what your history's like. What do you
Oh,
watch?
Do you know what my algorithm is? Pandas who fall over, like literally like that. Pandas. I love an animal video. As long as I don't think, do you know what, I do wonder though, some of the animal videos, and they go, oh, look at my cat doing this, and I'm like, your cat's not put that hat on themselves, have they? They do look very cute.
You're
I
thinking
know,
about it too hard.
but I know they've not tied that ribbon around their chin, so they look funny in that bonnet. So I do worry a little bit about that, but they are very cute and funny. Yeah, it's surprisingly, it's a lot of cooking shows.
Nice.
But I hate cookery, but I'm obsessed with watching it. Oh God, cooking.
Good, I love
My
that.
God.
But the thing I was going to say is that considering
makeup.
yeah, oh, we do love. Oh my
Makeup,
God, we love a
skincare.
baked face and contouring and trying
Love
to.
it.
But it never looks like how they do it. On me at least. You did manage to use social media in a great way recently, where it brought Doctor Who gang back, and I don't know if it was down to you, that thread that started on Twitter, or should I say
Oh,
X? X
yes.
with Russell. Was that you?
Yes.
Okay, so you did use it and do something positive.
Oh right, what the
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he put it on social media. It was a text exchange
Okay,
that he then
Made
that
into a
I think
thread.
he's done on the thread. Yes, I did. I brought the band back together.
You did, and the new faces too. I know you didn't necessarily share loads of screen time with Shruti, but Yasmin,
Yes.
and seeing you and David amongst this new generation, for me, gave me so much joy. What was that like for you?
Brilliant. It's brilliant. It's just like the old and the new coming together and marching off or splintering off or rolling around together. It was great. It was so much. It was. I think it was everything that Russell wanted to do, and his vision to just just springboard into a fantastic new era.
So what's next? 2024. We're in January. You're here for 8 weeks. Do you have a plan for the rest of the year, or do you just take it as it comes?
I've made the decision right now. I'm going to dominate social media. I'm going to take over the world in social media. I'm literally going to dress up as my own panda and fall over. It would be quite easy for me. I'm very bad balance.
There are very few women in this country that represent women and also working class people in such a beautiful way. Stephen Graham, Jodie Comer, Paul Mescal are people I've spoken to recently that have spoken about how important it is that we have working class voices that are hugely successful in TV, in film, and you're in theatre too. And you're one of those people.
Sure, but it's no wonder there's so few of us, because there's a dearth of. Do you know what I mean? It's not. Unfortunately, it still is not. They're just not the people that are first in line. Working class people.
When it does happen, it's pretty special.
Sure, it does, but let's hope it happens a lot more for a lot more people.
Yeah, definitely. All right, an absolute pleasure. Thank you
Thanks,
so much
Tom,
for
very
taking
much.
time out and enjoy your run here and be the queen of the theatre.
Queen, the darling of Theatreland.